Okay, we're gonna do a very quick yap today, as this just came to me spontaneously. But I want to talk about manifestation and how typically people get it wrong. And they tend to think of manifestation as something they have to begin doing, as something they have to learn how to do. They want to start creating a new kind of way of life. And this has some truth in it, buried down. But the truth is that you're already manifesting. Every single moment you manifest into the next moment. And it's not about beginning manifestation. It's not about starting that. It is about becoming more aware of what you are already manifesting. About becoming more aware of what you have already manifested. Right now my cat is having a go on my foot right now. Caught in the act. But it's about understanding that you are manifesting. The life you're living now is simply a result of all of your past thoughts, words, and actions. Every single thought, every single word, every single action, in that order, carries a vibration, action being the highest. If you want to truly change your life, manifest a reality which is more aligned with who you really are, you must realign your thoughts, words, and actions to the type of life you want to live, and become more aware of what you're already doing. What are you currently thinking of on a day-to-day? What are you currently speaking? Do you say things that serve you? And then above all, your actions. Are you actually taking action towards what you want? Are you actually taking action towards the kind of life you want to live? And what are the actions, words, and thoughts you're currently doing? And become aware of that. And the beautiful thing about awareness is simply being aware of it, it fixes itself. If you're fully conscious while you're doing things that don't serve you, you just simply drop them over time. If every single time you go to pick up a cigarette, you're actively conscious of the fact that you're doing it, the problem is people shut off and they do everything very robotically and they're like a machine. They just go, they smoke, or they go have a goon, and they're not conscious. They're not there. They're not present in that moment. And they're just doing it. They're going through the motions robotically. But simply being aware of that, you'll start to see how your actions are manifesting into reality. And simply being aware, you can see it in real time. How when you act in certain ways, when you think certain things, it affects your energy. You feel like when you goon every day and sleep in and scroll on social media, if you're aware, you can see how that's manifesting into negative energy in your life. And if you're aware in the more positive look, you get up at a good time, you get some exercise, some sunlight, you're not gooning every day, you're taking action towards your goals, you'll realize you feel fucking amazing. It's very simple. You feel great, and I'm not talking about short-term pleasures. I'm talking about your prolonged experience of life. If you're feeling great, you're on the right path. If you're feeling like shit, something's wrong. And I don't mean this in a hedonistic way of chase short-term pleasure. I mean your baseline experience of life, if it is high, you're on the right track. It's very simple. If your day-to-day, moment-to-moment feels good, you're on the right track. If you're depressed, you have anxiety, and you feel like shit, something's wrong, you need to change it. It takes strength, it takes resilience, and it takes very honest outlook. The worst part about lying that people don't realize, they become impulsive liars because they think it serves them. But the problem with lying is that it's addictive. becomes impulsive, it becomes robotic, and you begin lying to yourself. The most important thing above anything is to be truthful to yourself. When you have an idea of yourself in your mind, does not align with reality, you're going to feel like shit. Because you're not true to yourself. But the beauty is, if you are true to yourself and you can admit, okay, I do these things I shouldn't be doing. These actions aren't aligning with my higher perspective of myself. If you're honest about that and you see it for what it is, then it can begin to change. You can actually become that person you want to be like. You can actually manifest that. And I don't know if manifest is the right word, because it is kind of corny and gets used by like fucking geeks, bro. And like hippie chicks. But yeah, it's definitely a true thing. And that's my outlook on it.